Hey guys, thanks for joining me for this tutorial. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be kind of in-depth since it does involve false eyelashes, but it's sort of going to be a black and gold tutorial. As you can see, using kind of a smoky eye effect, but any lighter shade that I'm using in this tutorial is going to have that nice gold tone to it. My whole makeup kind of has that glow to it, and if you're wondering kind of what that's all about, I'll just tell you I'm using my Rimmel Lasting Finish foundation, and then as far as my other face products, for my blush I put on Rimmel Peach Blush, and then I used as my contour shade, I used CoverGirl Cheekers in Golden Pink, and then I did just a sweep of this color because it's just so warm and pretty. It's, what is it, Milani Minerals in Mai Tai, that blush. So after doing that though, what's kind of giving this a different look is I used my Smashbox Flash Powder, and what this is just like a loose powder, but it's got a little bit of golden, sparkle to it. You can maybe see that a little bit there. So you use it sparingly, but I just kind of used it the tops of my cheekbones and that's basically kind of across my forehead. So that's what's kind of giving it that whole tone that's kind of goldeny, but I really want to focus on the eyes for this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. What I did first was applied my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and then the first shadow I'm going to put on there all over my lid. This is from that Smashbox Rapture set where I got all those duos for Christmas. This duo is called Desire, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. It's kind of a, I'm not sure if it's coming through, but it's just like a light goldeny yellow. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. shadow brush just to pack that color right on my lid. Just all over the lid. And this is just a great eye look for going out, just a way to kind of switch up the typical smoky eye. I love goldeny tones, and then putting the black and dark gray in with it really is a pretty touch. So after doing that, I want kind of a neutrally shade to go in my entire crease, just to kind of get us ready, get us just a tone closer to the black shade we're going to be applying. It just will make blending easier, an easier blend to go from the light shade to a medium shade to a dark shade, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use my Smashbox number 15 brush, kind of like a bullet there, and I'm going to be using this NYX Trio. The trio is Golden Rust and Walnut Bronze, and this is Walnut Bronze here on the end. So it's just kind of a nice sort of shimmery taupe, and I'm just going to apply that all in the crease, just from inner to outer. This would be a great, once you get this shade in here, this would be a great stopping point for just an everyday eye, I think, because it's just the right amount of subtle contour, but we're going to kick it up a notch. And the basics of this, as far as what I'm doing with the light shade on the lid, then going in with this shade and then deepening it up with a smoky black, that's the basic concept behind a lot of my smoky looks that I've done. You can take these very same methods and apply them to different colors of shadow. So that's why this is so great to learn. So I've got that all over there. And then I want to work in a deeper shade. So I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Diamond Shadow, and this is the sparkly black shade. Actually, it's rubbed off the back, so I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but as you can see, it's just kind of like a black disco ball there. So I'm going to take my fine crease brush and just use that to start working this into the crease and also on the outer part of my lid. So I'll come in a little closer so you can see that. So we're just really putting the focus here on the outer half. And we're going right on top of that Walnut Bronze. And again, these colors, these are my suggested colors, but if you've got something close to this and it works for you, don't stress yourself out by getting exactly what I'm using, because I'm just letting you know in case, you want to know exactly what shade I am using, I'm telling you. So just putting that out there. So I'm focusing on getting that outer V here with the Makeup Forever shadow. And you can see it blends pretty easily, but we're going to keep blending it more after we do the liner. That's sort of a method that I use to really make sure my eyeshadow shape is consistent with the shape of the liner. But over top of this, I'm just going to grab this, my Sephora rounded crease brush, and just barely get any shadow on it, and just kind of, that black shadow, and just kind of lightly go over that just to blend it out a little bit. And you'll notice this eye right here is a little more defined than this one is at this point, but we're going to come back to that. So next, I'm going to get into my Golden Sunrise from CoverGirl, and this really comes in handy for this golden look. So I'm going to use that as my highlight here on my brow bone. Use that to also soften the borders of the black shade. Just like so. And then if you want just a hint more highlight, like maybe right in here under the brow, I'd go back to that lightest shade that we put on our lid at the very start and just get a little bit right under there. I really like how this look turned out. It's really interesting how warm it is, but yet how smoky it kind of turned out. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the liner. I'm going to use Revlon Colorstay Liquid Liner in black on the top lash line. So let's just go ahead and do that. I pretty much go from the inner corner to the outer corner. You just get that seamless line, which will come in handy when we apply those false lashes on top of it. And once I get towards the outer corner, I'm looking to thicken the line and extend it out just a little bit here past the natural lash line. And then we're going to use that point to blend in our lower lash line. So I'm just going to define that a little bit more here. It's going to look kind of bold right there, but trust me, once those lashes get on there, it's going to all make sense. On the lower lash line, I'm going to use Revlon Colorstay Pencil in Black Brown. Might as well be black, it's really dark. But I'm just going to do a light stroke of that from inner to outer corner. And if it looks, you know, kind of bold, oh, that's what I mean to do with this. This is kind of a smoky nighttime, nightlife kind of look. So that's where I'm going with it. So you can see I just blend it right in with that. And then to help us blend further, we're just going to take a little smudge tip and sort of smudge it out just slightly here. Just like that. And then we're going to go over the top of that with our diamond shadow, like the Makeup Forever. I just think I like holding this up to the camera because it looks so pretty. And then I need the liner brush. I'm going to use my angled liner brush for that. And just top it off. I just have this habit of wanting to top off any sort of cream-based liner that I put down there. I like to go over it with something just in case. And so now looking at this shape we've got here, we've got sort of that winged effect, and so we want to make the most of that with our shadow. You can see how this is coming right in line. If we were to draw a line here from the lower liner out, you would have this outer V. And so this is going to really help you, guide you through that here. I'm going to go right off that corner and create a slightly more defined shape here now with the sparkly black shadow, which isn't really all that sparkly on, but just a little bit. So I'm kind of blending from midway, my midway point of the crease, right out like that. So see how that's kind of mimicking that shape a little more now. We're just using the tip of that liner, which extended just a little bit out, and it's making our eyes look a lot bigger when we do this step. Okay. So once you've done that, you know, continue to mess with it. It's okay. Shadows like this are generally pretty buildable, so you can, you know, start out with it however you want and build more color as you feel you're comfortable with. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and we're going to get on with the false lashes here. And I did do a tutorial where I was probably a little more in-depth on that process not too long ago. It's back there if you just kind of look through my videos. I think you'll find it. But I'm going to apply a coat of CoverGirl Volume Exact Mascara, just because I like to have something on my lashes before I stick false eyelashes on there. I just feel like they blend better, and this helps them kind of get that, you know, that upward motion going, and it just works really well with the false eyelashes. So any mascara will do for this. I honestly just grabbed one. Doesn't really make a difference because those false eyelashes will be doing the work for us. We don't have to worry about layering on tons and tons of mascara. So I am going to take one step while that's kind of drying a little bit. I'm going to take my Maybelline Mineral Power Finishing Veil stuff, and I'm going to just use a regular old concealer brush that I use for dry products. And since we are using such dark makeup here, I am just going to put that here. It's very oil absorbing, and this is just kind of my safety net because I don't want that to, you know, come down and smudge down on my cheek or right under my eye there. So that's just kind of our insurance policy there for the lower liner. And so I'm going to go ahead and get my lashes prepped here. I'm using the Salon Perfect lashes available at Walmart. A couple of them came off of this other eye. I pulled them out. You can't really tell that they're not there because these are pretty natural lashes anyway, but I was like, that stinks. I mean, I thought I was pulling them off carefully, but apparently not carefully enough. So see if I can get this whole strip off. They're pretty delicate, you know. Some brands more so than others. These may not be the highest quality by any means, but anyway, I don't know if I told you. I can't remember what I said. These are Sweeties. And I'm gonna hold those here with one hand and dip into my glue with the other. I'm using the Duo Dark Tone glue. You can use whatever glue you prefer, but I do like the Duo brand. They have clear as well. I just kind of got into using the dark glue because I figure dark liner, dark glue, it dries black, you know. But if you have a habit of kind of hitting yourself elsewhere in the eye, don't get the dark tone glue if you're just starting out because it will dry black. So you got to keep that in mind. It looks gray as I put it on right now, but it dries black, and those little mistakes will show up if you hit yourself, you know, just accidentally put it elsewhere on the eye. And if you get any on your fingers, I've learned make sure it's off your fingers before you start touching your eye, because that's another way you can kind of get a little bit of problem area. So just let that dry on there. You can see these are pretty natural lashes. It's funny how even just natural, really natural lashes can do great things for your eye. And I already did my brows too, so those are done. Sorry if this is shaping up to be kind of a long video. I'm trying to look back at when I started, and I feel like it's getting long, but you know, you want to see the whole process, so I want to show it to you. So now that this is getting tacky, that's the reason why I'm waiting. I'm gonna place these right here on my eye. Hopefully you can sort of see what I'm doing. Just kind of line it up and make sure the band is on there. Touching the lash line. Okay. It's a little touchy there for a second. I couldn't really talk. But now that it is on, I'm just going to lift up and make sure they're drying in that upward fashion. Just like so. And once they get even more dry, I'm going to apply a coat of mascara on there just to kind of bond the lashes together. But other than that, the look is done. I hope you guys like it. It's just, you know, a new way to do the smoky eye. We're using a little bit of gold tones, and the gold tones all throughout your makeup too. I don't know if I mentioned, but I am using Revlon matte lipstick in Nude Attitude, but on top of that I put the Revlon Colorstay Mineral Lip Glaze in Lasting Shimmer, so that's what's giving it that nice shine. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and have a great day.